Good morning, Yulmore. So. How's everybody doing? All right. All right. What were we doing? Oh, we delivered the Talos to Yulmore. That's what we were doing. Talos are in Yulmore now. That was the deal. Okay. And then what are we supposed to do? Oh yeah, that guy joined. The former mayor's assistant or something joined. Now Chai News is going to make an announcement.
Go on, dear.
Yeah, go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today.
Mm-hmm.
But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around?
Look around. What are we looking around for?
'Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthree's rule.
Oh.
Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthree. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness.
Nice.
Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthree must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new.
That's right.
What manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future.
That's a great idea.
However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today.
That makes sense to me.
Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry, There is much and more that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved.
Sounds like a great idea.
The road before us will not be easy.
You really know what you're doing.
I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
Wow. He sure knows what he's doing. Good. Yay! do 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 do. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. You stirred them to action, I hope. If I've learned anything from all this, it is the change begins with the individual. It is but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yamorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all of these changes possible. Thank you. You can put up a statue or something. Were within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which the city stands. Oh, that's fine. Put up a picture. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? What? We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from people for another. We retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? What? Yes, of course. Hathen? Bet? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech. There's folk outside these walls that don't have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Cedric. I hope to see you again before long. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. You gotta get to work. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I resolved to remain here until such time as Yomor's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. Just put my face right there. With every confidence, they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours. Yep. Let's leave them to it. Wah! Sophy is leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I'm thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends, in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something better has taken its place, and I reckon I want to be part of it. This Yomor for the people Master Chai has been going on about, it ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. Where are these friends at? Where are these friends? I haven't met these friends. Do you have friends here? Or is that like you have a girlfriend in Canada? Yeah, you have friends in Yomor that nobody can ever see. Okay. I believe you. Sure. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Wow, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit, just a matter of taking the first step. Truly to see Kaishir, thus inspired by our actions, is inspiring himself. Yet however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yomor, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beck Lug's studies have borne fruit in our absence. Beck Lug. Beck Lug Lug. So I had no idea. So I just realized today that Fubuki has been playing 14. Is that Summoner Orange? Nado Erben. I wonder if they made the character look like Orange, or it's a coincidence? Hard to say. I mean, he does have a decent look about him. Look at all these blue quests I'm never gonna do. I'm trying to figure out if I want to spend the money on 65 days. See, I'm not even gonna, I think I'm not gonna even bother kicking him. Am I gonna teleport a lot? I don't know if I'm gonna activate that. What was this him? I don't know if I want to spend the money on, like, if I transfer a little bit more money, maybe buy a house, try to buy a house, and use that house for the free company and try to do submarine stuff, submarine airship stuff. If that's gonna make money and I can send back to Maine, I'm thinking about it. Welcome back. We were given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yomor. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It is a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Aura site? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. Oh. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principle of soul transference, and concluded at length that White Aura site was ill-suited for our purposes. Oh. I see. It's not gonna do the thing we need to do, huh? But Oriange, did you not say that compared to the massy soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did, and armed as we were with Beck Lug's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Orosight doth require. Thus, the shedding of these fleshy simulacra, and the surfeit of ether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. Oh no. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Orosight instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we have abandoned that plan, and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together. And we are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but for one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turned to the transference of memories and the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. So, do you recall when we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Une? I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation. We will follow it wheresoever it leads. Okay. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Cedric return to the source and inform Cryo and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tetra will be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings onto Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your own counsel, do not hesitate to summon you. Excuse me this morning. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Of course. Tataru. Speak with Tataru. Okay, I'm gonna turn on. Let me turn on. Reduce rates. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, that's right. I have stuff I'm gonna open and turn in for company seals eventually. I gotta see how my squadrons, they were training and never went back. Hi Yoshi P. They were training and I never went back yet. So squadrons are a pain in the butt. Cedric, you're back. How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Cryo will be here shortly and she'll want to hear it too. She's just tending to the others, their bodies, I mean. God, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying it. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. Several cutscenes will play. This is why I couldn't finish the other day. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I got the time. I got the time now.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
No problem.
I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly.
That's wonderful news.
But tell me, how far were friends in the first?
Wow. Amazing. Thank you very much. Oh, I didn't yet. No.
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white aurosite is rather ingenious now that I think of it.
Huh? Okay.
Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
あ、今日はこれなんだ。
Yeah.
かわいい。かわいい。
Oh, you're back.
Oh. We saw this morning from Frubu. It's Estinian.
あ
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Yeah. Looking good, Estinian.
Estinian. Oh, thank the gods.
They were having trouble
We've been worried
contacting
sick.
you before.
Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated.
He's
I was
ignoring
making my
her.
escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
Oh.
More complicated how?
How is it more complicated?
Where to begin? After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose.
This is what he went to the Empire
Inside
through
a
Razat
provincial
Han.
factory that I encountered the one
Right
who
here,
calls
yeah.
himself Shadowhunter,
Mm-hmm.
Gaius Baleshar. Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself.
To the Imperial Palace.
There, we found a man whom all assumed dead.
Eh? Who did you find?
But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh.
Oh,
Xenos Ye Galvas.
Xenos. Xenos yet lives.
Nor did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood.
Oh.
The Emperor is dead.
Bye, Emperor.
This
Good
sent
luck.
Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
Uh-oh. You guys know what this looks like by now. Don't be surprised. I mean, Estini can be surprised, but I think you know what it is too. I've seen him in action. His body, at least. You would not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easily to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means.
すごいキラキラとか
Hmm?
出すとキラキラ
For what good it would do.
Papa.
He's wild. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice.
But he's German. That's samurai?
I guess that's the weapons he was using at the time, right? Samurai. Katana. Come then. I don't know if you call it samurai. Sword, blade master? Or something like, you know. More like... I guess samurai, because he uses skills samurai have in, like, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, really?
In Tactics, you use the katana to, like, you can... Each different weapon has special abilities. So based on what you have and are equipped with. That's kind of what he does. The simple pleasure of one's own flesh. Truly, there is no place like home.
楽しいなんだよ。
Mhm.
足エンパワーなん
Hmm.
なんか
He's got the artificial echo. Like for Dola.
ああ、
He's got like a powered up version though to her. She's got one eye. He's got both somehow. That's what made him be able to switch bodies and like his soul live. Yeah, that's what they said earlier. Yeah. Abomination. No, I thought so too. I forget, but whatever he is, Cedric was barely a match for him. If we stay here much longer. Yeah, see, there's the eyes. Emperor Varus, your radiance, are you all right? We may wear out our welcome. I thought I killed them back at must even the most middling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me. But I have no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you. Xenos. Rule. I think it's both. I think it's both the artificial echo and the Asian connections. Well, any bright ideas? Yeah, run away. Just one. Just one idea. You get just one idea. Oof. I mean, it's a good idea. I thought I beat them at did beat them at the Gimlet Dark, but I thought I killed them. Your radiance. The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Majestic armor. We cannot let them escape. Run away! Oh. Yeah, I'm mistaken. Skydragon. Hmm? Yeah, but I mean, it's just 2 buttons. Anyway. All you gotta do is hit 1 over and over again. And 2 sometimes. Yeah. Oh, I love Dragoon a lot. But there's so much to do on Dragoon now. Heal me. Yeah, I love that they added that. You want to escape, guys? Baelsar. Uh-oh, it's the twins. Yeah, remember the red and blue? I don't know if they're twins, but they wear the exact same thing, and they're color-coded red and blue, like Alphino and Alizé. They're the Imperial twins. Yeah. Think not. Get him, guys. Oh, disabled. This way, quicker. Then you can't sprint. We make ourselves easy marks by moving together. I suggest we split up. Alright then, I'll take the low road, so to speak.
Oh, jumping!
I'll see you outside. Stay safe.
Yeah, nah.
Bum 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 bum.
That was me. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, okay, I'll go. Bye.
Bye.
Impossible なんです。これブレランドで。
Well, well, someone's been busy. Mm-hmm. They were building a new Ultima. Arc Ultima. Big fat tacos time.
そうなの?
And you would bar my way, would you? So be it. Come, Nidhogg, lend me your strength. Boom. Oh yeah, we got different abilities now. AoE. Stardiver AoE. Okay. That. I've not given them any food yet. Nope. Got it. Angry salamander. Oh. I see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Angry salamander. Again. You've only got the one attack, man. Invulnerable. Uh-oh. It's bad. There it is. Nidhogg LB.
Taste my lungs.
Get wrecked, son. Guardians in their Machina. Now, where are you guys? How fortuitous, though, that he got to wreck their Arc Ultima on his way out of running away. It's very nice.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? Yeah, we're good. You know the echo when you see it, Tataru. Calm down.
Peer into my past, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
Yeah. Sure is.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds.
I mean, that's special. I didn't do it my own accord.
My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray.
Good. Screw them.
Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose.
Nice.
Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
That's because he has honor as a fighter. If Xeno says one thing, it's honor as a fighter.
Perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces. I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
You must have went somewhere else.
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention.
Oh.
He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something.
Oh, yeah, that's the weapon side story stuff.
Lest you worry. I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about,
Right.
even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
It's a good idea.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
You ready to be done with this then, Estinian?
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Yeah, come on, Estinian. Stay. Stay, buddy.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract.
Stay, bro.
Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Business? What business do you have, Estinian? What business do you have?
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Yeah.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
No problem. I'll keep it under control. I'll get some sleep therapy. I'll do a study and, you know, they'll figure out what I need.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
Okay, thank you. Must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beck Lug can manage without you. They've got enough science to help them, if you ask me. Wabba. Meanwhile, in Garlemald, uh-oh. Traitors, you would dare to deny Lord Nerva the throne? Oh yeah, Lord Nerva. Ah! Onward, before this day is done, victory shall be ours. I just completed stuff related, well, not just. Last week I completed stuff related to Nerva. Xenos. Boring, boring, boring. Do you think? I find it amusing, like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse. Eh? That Hugh, your soul is... Who are you? Ha 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 ha. Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Hee hee hee. Zodiark. Oh, it's his first appearance. Meanwhile, in Yulmore, in the first... The big patch. Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks, and they're looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages, too. They're even lying in free Talus to help anyone willing to make the move. Free Talus? Huh. You'd best get packing. Steady work, board and lodging? If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is. Hope. Ardbert? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see the feeble flame, that feeble flame rekindled. What? It is my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. Pain and pleasure. Now 5.2. Cedric, my, what a pleasant surprise. We've come to inquire after the Archons. Fear not, Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal aether. Nice. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. Only we could go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. Maxima. Ah, Cedric, it has been far too long, my friend. Forgive me, I don't believe we have been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in New York under the auspices of Commander Aldine, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah yes, I've heard stories of a defector from Garlemald, but never mind that. You said you have urgent news? Indeed. As you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is there we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Huh? Commander Aldine has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear to whom he wished to extend this invitation. It would seem time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone. Though I'm not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all this. Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Alamegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two. Alamegan quarter. Alamegan quarter. Chocobobo. Fat Chocobobo. Maxima, Commander Aldine waits us in the Royal Palace. If you would follow me. Sure. Oh, it's Gaius. They're hiding him, but like it's very obviously Gaius, yeah. What's up?
They're here, Commander.
I think you can see that.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not that I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggle to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury.
Yeah.
I trust you two require no introduction.
Nope.
We meet
We're good.
again, hero of Eorzea.
What's up, Gaius?
Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Oh?
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows and brought more than 2 companions.
That's true.
We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
Alright, that sounds fair. Yeah, chill out, man.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence.
I've heard.
Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape.
That makes sense.
When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight. But to me, his description seemed anything but. And upon further investigation, I found that I was right.
What happened?
The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Oh, that's not good.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals? With
Developing.
Which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
Developing is different though. They found Ultima
same.
weapon and then
In my foolish
used it.
I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended.
Yep. Kicked your ass,
The
boy.
weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets. And that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit. Primarily
Oh,
through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
I see. Oh, the 7th, huh?
Wait,
Oh no.
Indeed.
Oh,
Few
no.
survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since.
I see.
Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery.
She thought the 7th was destroyed at Cardinal.
What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
Oh no. That's definitely bad.
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress.
No.
So we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did. Though it
Yeah.
sadly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope.
Yeah, I'll handle it.
Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you and you alone have faced the Ultima weapon and emerged victorious. We need you.
Well, yeah, man. I got
And
you.
so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
Yeah, okay. I should be able to do
The
that.
Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
You'll be alright, bruh.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Okay. That's all side story stuff.
though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first.
Yeah. I gotta get them out of there.
I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
Oh no, it's gonna be okay. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. What? We can ill afford to ignore the threat of a new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day, the plight of the Sirens grows ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Okay. I take it you're ready to return to the first? Then I would ask that you apprise the others of recent events here in the source, namely, Xenos' return and the development of a new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal ether stable. Safe travel, Cedric. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. Same. Wait, didn't I change? No, I did not change. Okay. I don't know what that is. Some kind of blue quest. What's my free destination? Foundation. My free destination is now Crystarium. Where is everybody? You've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you, too, have been making good use of your time? Yeah, we did a lot of things. No tidings from the source, you say? Then I was some of the others, so we might all be apprised of the situation. Most appreciated. I'm glad you're not sending me out to find. Impressed, even.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
There's Ultima Weapon. Xenos is alive and well in his body. Justinian's a baby.
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
Mm-hmm.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern.
Oh?
With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald.
That's very true.
The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
As each of the legions does, just whatever they feel like, maybe, basically.
Of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Hmm.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion.
That's excellent news.
Thanks in large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Nice.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite,
Ooh.
but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one.
Nice.
An ark for soul and mind both, that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
Excellent. Most excellent indeed. However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them.
Oh.
For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
Oh.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors.
I see.
Which certainly does not flow within aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
See.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel.
Oh.
I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
That would be very nice.
As well you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary.
Nice.
I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are
They had a lot of help.
very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
That's good news. I like that news.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found.
I know you got this.
Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
No worries.
My apologies.
Hmm?
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
Yeah, what's up?
But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Oh, okay. Then why'd you come in? I'm confused.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
That sounds like a good idea. Do I need more food? I certainly do not. I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go and speak with Elena? Lina? Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. Jumping too much. Do 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 do. Bam bam. We have little time, so I'll be brief. A Sin Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I asked for your assistance in slaying it. A Sin Eater? I'd heard some few yet remained after the night had returned, but perhaps we should call the others. That would not be necessary. It is only a single Sin Eater. A simple task for a guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. Let's be about it, then. Excellent. Then let us make for Fort Job. Fort Job. If you would wait here a moment, I will gather the others. Okay. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side. Okay. I was at death's door that day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, filled me with dread. Gotta sneeze. What? That is no way to honor her or my comrades. So I've returned. I swear I would not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Truly. It seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride in Amaro to go and save the Oracle. Oh no. Why? Strange to think the Youngborn soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, but we would do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. We seem to be missing one. My apologies, Captain Lina. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmount. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. The name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know, I was already talking to him. Don't give up, don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the Knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there were countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. Good. Good job. Your heroism has inspired all our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. Okay. At the where what now? Okay, right outside Oldminster. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Oh, is it dead? Already dead? They killed it.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
You dummies.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
Oh.
By himself. Certainly does no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to
Interesting.
him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
Huh. Interesting.
A warrior of light? Why would someone go around calling himself that, though?
Yeah.
It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Right.
Hey? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Maybe. Maybe. Goodbye.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today.
Yeah.
I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
Sure thing, Chief.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat.
No, you're fine. You didn't know somebody else was gonna show up suddenly.
As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias.
Right.
But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
Of course. Of
With that
course.
concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium?
Yeah.
There is a proposal I should like to make.
Proposal.
Forgive me. There is one more thing.
Yeah, what's up?
A personal concern of mine. I had
Uh-huh.
hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Sure.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Sure thing.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch.
Uh-huh.
Though his countenance belies his age, his
Mhm.
demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time.
That's
But
true.
I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here
what?
because I suspect his mind is deteriorating.
You did what now?
Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true.
That's good.
It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was.
Yeah? What happened?
He seems a different man. A younger man.
Oh.
I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before.
Oh.
He looked happy.
He's just glad to help.
It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there.
Nice.
Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance.
Huh? Why?
I fear that
What?
my presence will only anchor him to the past.
Oh.
Remind him of all the pain that came before.
I'm sure he's okay. I'm sure he'd rather you be there. Anchors keep us where we have chosen to be.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Then perhaps we might remain as we were.
Yeah,
As we have always been.
that's right.
What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work.
Because but
His research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
tell him. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. Thank you. Let me tab away a second here. Check out how I'm doing. Only quest number 4. Oh no. Alright. Where am I going? Crystarium. Crystarium. Bam, 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 bam. The docile gate. Let me in. The others were quite shocked to hear what we found in Lakeland, but now that you're here, there's a proposal I should like to make. I have been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as Sin Eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors, may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I, too, can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I'm not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remain those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the Flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Wilbert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as Sin Eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the Flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to you, to all of you, however, their lot has changed. And now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome himself, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I've shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alpina's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the Flood that followed their wake. In their wake. Well, what do you say, Cedric? I wish we'd done this sooner. In hindsight, I agree, but better late than never, no? Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beck Lug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see the gathering of people of the Crystarium and the etc. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. I wonder if this is different if you've done all the role quests or not. Not sure if I had finished them all by this time. On my main character. I talked to 5 people. Alright, I'll start with dependents and go to the bar, I guess. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Leonard. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you to be brief. With the night returned, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium. I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it though. Seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. The Warriors of Light. Yes, the Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the Cardinal Virtues. Or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Well, you get to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Good. Good. She should hear what we have to say as well. I feel like. Orage. Come to browse wares in the markets, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need, whatever it may be. Under Yulmore's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that fellow from the Day of the Stoneworks has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrant reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the market? Something on your mind? I want to talk about the Warriors of Light. I see, the Exarch did mention they had something to do with your returning the night to Norvrant. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Nice. Dark Light Greatsword. Ooh. Dark Light Greatsword. Where am I going? Ah, the infirmary. What's it called? Spagyrix. Spagyrix. Pissamil. Cedric, why, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late. Which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. Oh no. Oh no. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments of myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light. The Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. There's a lot to this tale, don't worry. Okay, so we gotta go up to the crystalline, but also down to the library. 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 Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenot not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, but I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry, me and the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light. Well, whatever he's left unsaid, I'm all ears. Good. You people are very open to, possibilities, aren't you? Vesper. We have to form an alliance. No, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Oh, you're already interested in him? Well, have I got a tale for you? Oh, Cedric, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. People wish to know the truth of the flood of the Warriors of Light. I've searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters. Abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof. I dare call myself a librarian. Hold. You would address the people and tell them the truth of Warriors of Light, of the flood? How wonderful. You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Excellent. Excellent news, Vesper. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. Good.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone.
Good.
Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
No, thank you.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
That's okay, that's fair.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Okay. I guess so. You guys are a pain in the butt, though. Hey, so the Warriors of Light. Let's talk about it. They were tricked. First of all. They were tricked into what happened. Not entirely their fault. And 4 of them actually sacrificed their souls to stop the flood with Menfili, the Oracle of Light.
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
They sure did.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help.
Yeah, that's
And when
correct.
everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
Yep.
They gave everything to stop the flood.
Mm-hmm.
First their lives, then their souls.
Yep.
And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
Well, that's understandable though too, because you didn't know anything. You cursed their names because history told you to, not because you knew the story.
Towards clearing the air.
Uh-oh. What's happening now?
Impossible.
Yeah, turn it alarm off. One second. Okay, I'm here. Take it I'm not imagining this then.
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
No, I don't think it's a ghost.
Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
Yastola, what do you see, Yastola?
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
Oh.
That it should be the warrior of darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. People of the Crystarium, I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance.
You have now,
I do know this.
so...
Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass.
Is that so?
The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world.
Right.
And the day will come when he must return to his home.
That's also true.
But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it.
That's true.
The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed.
That's fair.
It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
Excuse me?
What? Us?
The what?
Warriors of light? None of us were born heroes, my friend.
True.
I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former.
That's good.
Any one of you could do the same.
Huh.
All you need is the will to help your fellow man. And the resolve to see it through.
Sounds good. I can't really argue with anything he's saying here. Makes a fair point.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet
Correct.
whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet.
Yeah.
'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Good idea.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Yastola, I know you can see better than us. What's going on there? What do you see, Yastola? Tell me, Yastola.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first.
Allegedly.
I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
Yeah, well...
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long.
Not that long. It's been 100 years.
Resurrected as he claims.
It looks and sounds like him, but it's not him.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee.
Yep.
I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Thank you.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Correct.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
Somebody else.
That he is an Ascian.
Correct.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree.
Seen evidence of it before already.
From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues.
Yeah.
And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the first, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Yep. Seems to be the way of it.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
But how is there any flesh left? It's been 100 years.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it.
Yeah.
Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while La Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body. Don't forget the Allegan Empire.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion.
Yeah.
Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence.
Oh, probably.
Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light?
That's
Or did
fair.
the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps?
Oh, that could be.
Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Right? Wild.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, What little I did glean may now prove useful.
No, that was good work, man. That was good work.
Possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat.
Yeah.
Now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us.
Right.
At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association.
Sounds like a great idea.
That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's
Of
movements,
course.
as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
Go figure it out.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
No.
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Alphino's got this. For the moment. 450. Whatever. Why do they give away so much food? I can't do anything with it. Sleep disturbed. You did well to dispel the falsehoods surrounding the Warriors of Light and their actions prior to the flood. I must say the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He is an impostor, of that there is no doubt, but to the masses he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yomar, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayed that these fallen heroes be born again for their sacrifices, with bitter irony. I, for one, would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. Ere we take action, we must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Alphino returneth soon with that most essential knowledge. For now, I think it best to apprise Thancred and Reen of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think it prudent we all take measures to prepare for what's to come. Beck Lug and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel, that it might one day carry you home. Yeah, Stola stinking. Then I think it time I return to the Great Wood. Until now, everything we have learned of the Essence has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emmett Selk's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be so as forthcoming. Fortunately, I recently received word from Fano that the heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within the Katana Revel. Emmett believes the relics within tell of a great calamity that befell an ancient civilization. That of the Assassins, perhaps. That they may lead us to the truths we seek. Would you care for company? I want to go with you. Take me with you, Estola. I wouldn't dream of going without you. When you're ready, make for Fano. Amit and her sisters will be expecting us. Then let us be about our tasks. Pray, give my regards to the V's. Alright. Well. Since this is about to start a new branch of stuff happening, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call it there for today. There's quite a bit of ways to go in 5.2 still. Where are we at? We're like halfway through 5.2. And then we're gonna move on. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's a lot. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for today. We will pick up on this tomorrow. 5.2 tomorrow. Same time, same place. You know where to find me if you want to find me. And so, I will be off to get ready for work. Ah! I pressed auto run. So, yeah, alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 6:30 p.m. EDT, 3:30 p.m. PDT. Etc., 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 etc. Alright, bye.